Okay, in last video we have seen about the brief introduction about the Great Expectation package. Today we are going to see about the core components of Great Expectations. Okay. Core components are data sources, validation, data context, data docs, and profiler. Data sources means we need to configure the sources. Sources in the sense means big delta table or DBMS or BigQuery. We need to configure the sources. Second one is the validation. Validation will be performed on the data set by make use of the test conditions. Okay. Third one is the data context. Data context uh, will store the configurations of entire validation process. Okay. The fourth one is the data docs. Data docs will hold the what are the test cases has been executed, what was the results. It will show the metrics as well actually. Okay. Final is the profiler. Profiler profiler in the sense means it will examine your data and it will provide certain set of expectations which will be suitable for your data sets actually. You can be added you can add your own data sorry test case conditions as well actually. Okay, the first one is the data source. Uh, Before we need to execute these test cases on the data sources, we need to identify the data sources actually. Okay, which means why we need to identify the data sources actually, because great expectations they came up with a different engines to different execution engines to execute these test cases on the data sets actually. Suppose if you are if you want to validate your RDBMS data sets actually, uh, GE will use the SQL Alchemy. If we if you want to if your data sets will is the delta or parquet or big data things actually, it will use a Spark data source actually. Suppose you want to suppose your data source is CSV or JSON files actually. It will use a pandas execution engine actually. Those configuration we need to be done actually. It will not automatically, the engine will not be chosen automatic sorry engine will not be chosen automatically. We need to mention it through the data context actually. Second is the data connector. Data connector facilitate access to your data sources actually. The final is a batch. Suppose you want to execute the test cases on the data set means data sets can be collectively sorry data sets is grouped, it will be called as a batch here actually. You can create multiple batch and execute the test case as well actually. It's a set of data with some metadata, which means um, set of data in the sense means suppose you are passing on data frame, it will create a batch out of it actually. The validation will be executed against your batch only. Second object is a validation actually. Here validator by make use of the execution engine which we have discussed in the earlier topic, an expectation suit. What is the expectation suit? Expectation suit comprises of multiple test cases actually. Okay. By make use of this execution engine and your predefined test cases, it will validate your data set whether it meets the okay whether your data set meets the test conditions or not actually. Okay. Once the validation has been completed, the validation result will be sold under the expectations. Expectation validation result will hold the expectations, which means what are the condition and the metrics of the results actually. Okay. Third one is the expectation suit. What is the expectation suit? We already discussed about the expectation suit. Suit comprises of multiple expectations actually. Okay. Uh, the final thing is a checkpoint. Okay. What is checkpoint? Checkpoint means suppose you are running a validation, you want to trigger notification out of it, which means suppose once you have performed your validation or data set, immediately you want to execute some action out of it, which means you want to render your results in the data docs as well as you want to trigger notification in the Slack channel actually, or mail, or sending mail out of it actually. Through the checkpoint configuration object, you can achieve these actions actually. Okay, data context. Data context. What we have seen in the data sources and validation, those configurations will be going into the data context section. It will also it's a it's a configuration object. It will host those configurations actually. What are the validators you are going to use? What are the action will get triggered in the checkpoint? Mm, and what are the docs will get where the docs will go into, and where the expectation where your test condition will get stored in the stores actually, on where your results will get stored, and final one is a plugin actually. Plugin is then you can customize great expectations actually, which means apart from the inbuilt 50 plus test cases, you can construct your own test case actually. Those test cases can be deployed under plugin actually. Okay. Data docs. Data docs. It's a much needed one for the data validation actually. It will provide the it will provide the complete statistics about your data sets actually. Okay. What are the test conditions? What you got here, and what are the deviation out of it actually. This kind of information will get hold into the data docs actually. Data docs have three objects actually: site builder, page builder, and renderer actually. Site builder, which will be responsible for constructing a site, which means construction of a site from the individual pages actually, from GE objects. Page builder, it will construct a HTML page or JSON object from the GE object actually. GE object in the sense means um, it will hold the expectations and expectation results and metrics as well actually. Okay. The final one is a renderer. What is renderer means? A renderer, it will the base GE objects will be converted into the format, intermediate JSON based format. That will be used in the page builder. Those once a page has been constructed by making the site builder, uh, it will be given as a site actually. The final is a profiler. It's a profiler, which means you don't want to write your own test cases. So you want to examine, you let uh, great expectation to examine your data sets, and it will come up with your expectation suit actually. Uh, okay, you can make use of the expectation suit to validate your data set, or else you can add your own own test case conditions to the existing suit as well actually. Okay. In the next topic, actually, I'm going to explain how the G will be used in the Azure Databricks. Thanks, folks.